Welcome back to the channel, everyone. I got some great videos for you today. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And let's jump right in.
Do you realize that we are the last generation on Earth that knows what life was like before social media? Back then, moments were just moments. Simple, fleeting, and ours alone. We lived them without worrying about angles or likes. A conversation wasn't about notifications. It was about voices, laughter, and silences that didn't feel awkward. There was something raw about that world, a beauty and its imperfection. If you got lost, you asked a stranger for directions, not a screen. If you wanted connection, you knocked on a friend's door. Instead of sending a quick message that could be read and ignored. Now, everything feels different. The world is louder, but somehow lonelier. We scroll endlessly, looking for meaning. But do we even notice the things we're passing by? Memories don't feel as real. When you're too busy capturing them to actually live them, I sometimes wonder what we've traded away and what will be left for the ones who come out.
Pop star to die in 2025. The Simpsons already showed it. In a hidden and almost forgotten episode, The Simpsons show a disturbing scene. A young singer with a hairstyle and outfit clearly inspired by Justin Bieber is found unconscious in his dressing room after a concert. The lights flicker, and on the wall, a poster with the date 2025. Marge walks into the room confused and screams for help, while Lisa watches the scene through an old TV connected to a strange machine. She pauses the image just as a bottle labeled high dosage appears. On the news, Kent Brockman reports in a serious tone, a tragedy in the music industry. Young star falls victim to an overdose. Meanwhile, in Springfield, the citizens observe a moment of silence. Bart, suspicious, begins to investigate. He finds a comic book inside a box in the school's attic. On the cover, The Fall of the Pop Idol. As he opens it, he sees panels showing a young star being manipulated by shadowy figures. The final scene shows Justin's tombstone in a Simpsons-style animated graveyard. A crow lands on top, while an electronic sign flashes. Coincidence? Or warning? Comment Bieber if you also believe the Simpsons know more than they let on. The biggest liars and most honest zodiac signs. Third most honest, Capricorn. Capricorns have no time for lies. They're too busy being straight shooters who believe honesty is always the best policy. Third biggest liars, Pisces. Pisces are creative souls, so sometimes they blur the line between reality and their own little fantasy world. Second most honest, Virgo. Virgos value truth and precision, and their honesty can sometimes feel more like a therapy session. Second biggest liar, Libra. Libras might not call it lying. They're just avoiding conflict by telling you exactly what you want to hear, even if it's not true. The most honest sign, Sagittarius. Sagittarians don't lie because they honestly couldn't if they tried. Expect blunt, no-filter truth bombs whether you ask for them or not. Now the sign that are the biggest liars. This sign are skilled storytellers, but the story is nearly always fiction. It's Gemini.
This footage proves that people 100 years ago
I'm a Scorpio. Let me know what you are down in the comments.
were more advanced in many technologies than we are, and now I'm going to show you technologies of the past that are unbelievable. For example, this archival footage from as far back as 1925. Don't you notice anything strange? They show a car driving without a human being because this is the first Opel car on autopilot. What about this anti-theft suitcase? When a thief picks up the suitcase, 3 giant pins shoot out of it and the handle clamps down on his hand. But if the thief did try to escape, you could easily catch him with this net shooting device where he wouldn't stand a chance. And in these shots from 1950, there's a folding mini electric motorcycle that could go up to 70 kilometers per hour. Would you ride one of these? But most of all, we were surprised by these giant monocycles of 1930, which could accelerate to almost 100 kilometers per hour and were very easy to control. But why did they hide all this technology from us?
The Pope Francis death, the more that you look at it, the wilder it gets. Because at this point, we might not just be talking about Pope Francis' death. We might be talking about the last Pope. and all the signs are there. So let's start from this. The death certificate said that Pope Francis died from a stroke and a heart failure. But then at the same time, they said he was in a coma. A coma, bruh? Now we seen Pope Francis on Easter Sunday, waving at the crowd, giving little blessings, talking and doing all this stuff, y'all. He even met with JD Vance. And then the next day, he's gone? How was he in a coma if he met with JD Vance that night? Y'all ever notice that powerful people meet right before something major happened? Let that sink in for a second. Why JD Vance? Why was he the one to go meet with the Pope? They say they were talking about humanitarian stuff. But why JD Vance? I'm just asking the questions, y'all. He meets with...
Five creepiest conspiracies that might be true. Denver Airport's bizarre murals and underground tunnels have sparked theories that it's the HQ for a secret society. What's really hiding beneath? Did we really land on the moon? Some believe the 1969 moon landing was staged, with evidence
I'm pretty sure everybody knows it was staged.
To inconsistencies in the footage. A strange object known as the Black Knight satellite has been orbiting Earth years. Is it a natural phenomenon or evidence of alien life? Rumors of mind control and time travel experiments swirl around the Montauk Project, a supposed secret government program in New York. Stranger than fiction or terrifyingly real? The Illuminati, a shadowy group said to control world events from behind the scenes. Is it just a myth, or are they truly pulling the strings? These conspiracies might just be more than theories. What do you think?
I don't think is called for. If people don't like what Scott Walker did, which is what he said he would do while he campaigned, then I think in the normal course of elections is when they should probably vote for somebody else.
But there's going to be outside money coming into the state for his opponent. Outside money coming into the state, I imagine, for him
I imagine
too.
so.
But it's sort of interesting how this has become sort of a national election.
You know, I think it was said in one of the major newspapers the other day, this is the most important election this year after the presidential election. Because I would say courage is on the ballot. What governor or state legislator is going to have the courage of addressing the structural problems of their state if when they do that, this is what happens?
Reptilian shapeshifter, anyone?
So the Antichrist has appeared, or what Muslims would call the Mahdi. A man has come out and said he is the Mahdi. And at first I thought this was a joke. But crazy thing is, this man is really gaining followers. Watch what he had to say about Christians.
Now, O Christians in the East and the West, hear me and obey. I am a messenger sent to you from Jesus Christ, alayhi salam. Paul is false and led you astray. The church is corrupt and no longer upholds the law of God, nor does it defend the oppressed. The papacy has been stolen and the rightful heir has been pushed aside. There is no one else but me that you are obliged to obey. May God be a witness that I have proclaimed.
Accidents that change the world forever. An 11-year-old leaves a cup of soda with a stick in it outside overnight. It freezes. Instead of tossing it, he pops it out of the cup, then licks it. And just like that, the popsicle is born. He even patents it. Kid was an accidental genius. The pharmacist is trying to make a cure for headaches. So he mixes up a strange drink with wine and caffeine. People loved it, so he bottled it, removed the wine, and named it Coca-Cola. Scientist Wilhelm Röntgen is studying how electricity moves through gas. He turns off the lights and notices something glowing. He grabs his wife and puts her hand in front of the machine and sees her bones. He invented the X-ray by accident. A scientist at 3M is trying to make a super strong adhesive, but the glue turns out way too weak. Years later, someone realizes it's perfect for notes you can peel and reuse. And boom, Post-its are born.
Elvis Aaron Presley.
No wonder Trump pronounced Elvis's name. The truth behind it makes everyone feel creepy. Recently, when Trump was sorting out documents, he accidentally found a document about Elvis's hidden room on the second floor. As a loyal fan of Elvis, he decided to go to Graceland in person to find the truth. When he arrived at Graceland, the usually lively Graceland was now empty. Only a group of staff wearing sunglasses stood at the door, quietly waiting for someone to arrive. Trump went directly to the second floor, where only Elvis's closest people could reach. On the way up the stairs, footsteps were heard on the second floor. But when Trump reached the second floor, it was surprisingly quiet. He checked the rooms one by one and found that each room was spotless, as if waiting for the arrival of a VIP. Strangely, there was a hamburger on the table in the living room. The hamburger was still steaming hot, as if someone had just enjoyed it here. Just as Trump was puzzled, a staff member suddenly appeared and quietly took the hamburger away. The staff member then disappeared into the back garden. Graceland appears to be inhabited. Who do you think this person is?
Top 3 side hustles you can do from home. Number 1, Tester Up. Tester Up, you can actually earn real cash by simply testing game apps, and literally anyone can do it. I've been doing it for 2 weeks and it's been so easy. So if you want to earn extra cash, then tap below to download Tester Up today.
What's your favorite app?
Instagram. ABPV. ABPV. ABPV.
What is that?
America's best pictures and videos.
There are no boundaries and no over-the-top censorships. You can share wild pics, crazy videos, or whatever's on your mind without second-guessing yourself.
I don't exist. So they're all characters that I played, including Jim
He's telling you the truth. Even Jim Carrey's a character.
Carrey, including Joel Barish, including any of those things. They're all characters. Jim Carrey was a less intentional character because I thought I was just building something that people would like, but it was a character. I played the guy that was free from concern so that people who watched me would be free from concern.
If I see another fucking TikToker saying, oh, it's only $10, and I click on their stupid little link and it's fucking $20 just for the shipping, bro, I'm gonna crash the fuck out. I was looking everywhere for this suction cup that would just suck to the roof of my ceiling thing, and I finally found one for fucking $10, and you can stick your phone to that shit and move it all around and shit like that. Dude, I finally found one with free shipping, and it took me forever to find the listing with free shipping, but I'm gonna put it right here for you guys so you guys don't have to pay that stupid shipping price, bro.
This is the most disturbing proof that our reality might be an illusion, and it's absolutely terrifying. On July 16, 1985, the Clark family vanished without a trace in Detroit. But when the police arrived to investigate, they found something even more unsettling. Their house was there, but officially it had never existed. No records, no blueprints, nothing. The officers entered the house trying to understand what was going on. The interior looked normal, but while reviewing municipal documents, they realized something impossible. That plot of land had never been registered as residential. It was as if the house had appeared out of nowhere. In the backyard, an inexplicable brick cube drew their attention. And inside the bedroom of the daughter, Anna Clark, they found a disturbing note hastily scribbled. The angles are wrong, but Daddy says we'll fit. Forensics analyzed the cube and discovered that it seemed hollow inside. But when they tried to break it open, hammers and tools simply bounced off. No sound echoed inside, as if it were both hollow and infinite at the same time. Then someone suggested checking the negatives of the crime scene photos. That's when they saw the impossible. In every image, the house appeared distorted, with impossible angles and shadows that shouldn't exist.
Did you know some church practices aren't even in the Bible? You might think they are, but here are 5 unbiblical traditions. Number 1 will shock you. 5. Pastors wearing special attire. Jesus and the apostles never wore religious garments. God looks at the heart, not clothing. 1 Samuel 16:7. 4. The church as a building. The Bible never calls a building the church. The church is the gathered believers. 1 Corinthians 3:16. 3. Tithing as a Christian command. Tithing was an Old Testament law for Israel. The New Testament teaches cheerful giving, not a fixed percentage. 2 Corinthians chapter 9:7. 2. Sunday as the only day of worship. The Bible never commands Sunday worship. Early believers met daily, Acts 2:46, and Jesus emphasized worship in spirit and truth, John 4:23-24. 1. The altar call for salvation. No altar calls exist in the Bible. Jesus and the apostles preached repentance and faith, not ritual prayers. Mark 1:15. Surprised? Many traditions sound biblical, but aren't. Want more truth? Follow now and share.
Which is the safest place to live in New York? Most New Yorkers know that the most dangerous place to live in New York is Buffalo. So, which is the safest place to live in New York? Fifth place, Rye. Rye in Westchester County features low crime, strong policing, active watches, coastal charm, excellent schools, and fast Manhattan access for a safe, vibrant life. Fourth place, Carmel. Carmel in Putnam County has a low 2.5 crime rate per 1,000, effective policing, and a small town feel with scenic lakes and strong community vibes. Third place, East Fishkill. East Fishkill in Dutchess County has a 0.2 violent crime rate, proactive safety, and suburban charm with rural peace, modern perks, and hiking nearby. In the second place, Scarsdale. Scarsdale in Westchester County reports zero violent crime, low property crime, strong police, and vigilance, with upscale homes, top schools, and easy NYC access. Before announcing the first place, comment in the section below the place you think that is the safest place to live in New York. The place ranks first in Westchester County, has zero violent crime, a 0.9 property crime rate, community policing, and serene affluence, with great schools and landscapes near NYC. That's Bedford.
Everyone thinks they know who the strongest superhero is, but here's the real top 3, and it's not even close. At number 3 is Dr. Manhattan. He sees time all at once, can erase people with a glance, and rebuild himself atom by atom. The guy doesn't fight. He rewrites reality. He's not just powerful. He's beyond comprehension. At number 2 is Superman Prime 1 million. Not the Superman you know. This version spent 15,000 years inside the sun. He's immortal, omnipotent, and nearly impossible to even hurt. He's a walking god with heat vision. At number 1 is the one above all, the literal god of the Marvel multiverse. He created everything, including every timeline, dimension, and cosmic being. No one beats him, not even close. Who do you think could beat one of these characters outside this list?
Why the fuck is nobody talking about how they just wiped this Simpsons episode from existence? Watch this clip carefully because you probably aren't going to see this anywhere else.
The doctor gave us this machine to help him breathe in his sleep. Go to bed. I'll take care of him. Oh no! Oh my god! Oh, holy moly! It's not well. No good! No good! What do I do? What do I do? Oh, breathe on me, breathe.
Now this is where things get interesting, because this was the exact same thing that Steve Harvey said in a podcast, except nobody wanted to listen.
Sadly, not too many people focus on the cure. It's more about treatment than anything. They gave me some high blood medication. They gave me a CPAP machine. I started sleeping on a CPAP machine. Horrible. I hated it. It was just horrible. I never
strapped to your face, like again, the one that seals around your nose.
Come on, man, you gotta turn around. I tried all kinds just to kind of win your nostril. Yeah. Then it kind of just went across your face. Then I put the mask on. I tried everything, man. And so that was it, but it was just medication.
So he was talking about how he struggled with his mouth breathing and chronic snoring issues, all because of a blocked nasal passage. And that difficulty that he had breathing was the root to looking like this, plus all of his other health shit. And then he says the only thing that helped him were natural remedies. And then I came across this Shark Tank episode that literally proves what he is saying.
Tropical Rush is our best seller. There's a base of menthol and peppermint in all of them. Woo! There you go. Yes.
That's really good. It's really quite a hit.
It enhances your breathing for sure. It does open you up.
Wow! This is what they were sniffing on. It's called a boom boom. It has this combination of menthol and essential oils, where the menthol will completely open up your nasal passages like nothing else, and the essential oils are going to leave them open in like all day long. Literally just unscrew the cap, take 2 deep breaths in each side of your nose, and you are good to go. I swear to God, I'm cleared instantly and can like feel it in my entire face. And just for context, I am somebody that has dealt with nasal congestion and allergies my entire life and have tried literally everything, but nothing even comes close to how good these work for me. I'm going to leave the link somewhere down here so you can check these out yourself. But fair warning, this is now a massive brand, so these are always sold out. But again, the link will be down there, and if you can still find these available, I would go run and give them a try.
Ever wonder why you never see baby pigeons? What if pigeons aren't real birds at all, but government surveillance drones? Think about it. Pigeons are everywhere in cities, watching from wires, acting weirdly unafraid of humans. And during lockdowns, when people stayed inside, pigeon sightings dropped. Coincidence? Or were they being recharged? What are they really watching? And more importantly, who's controlling them?
My family tripped out when they found out how much money I was making. My family acted a fool. He just act crazy. All of them, they found out how much money I was making. All of them just quit their job. They just quit. I said, what the fuck? My daddy tripped out. My daddy tripping gonna tell me his doctor said he need a new car because the old car messing up his back. I said, damn. He gonna sweat me down. Look at the prescription. That's what the doctor said. Look at the prescription. Nobody trying to trick you, shit. That old car killing me, son. That's what the doctor said. Want your daddy to die, boy? Well, look at the prescription. Your daddy need to be blue and convertible. It's good for my spirit, son. My brother was reminding me of stuff he did for me when I was 5 years old. He said, man, remember that time you was walking across the street and that car was coming? And I said, hold up, wait a minute. You gotta remember that, man.
That's a big damn dog.
Go put 2 more lines and I finish. I said, better late than never been.
Well, that's all the videos I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed them. It was just some for you random content. Sorry I didn't comment much. I don't feel too great, but I hope you enjoyed them and have a great day.